today I just came on here real quick to do a quick review. And Miss Evelyn Latrice, I hope I said her name correctly. I'll be messing up y'all names. Miss Evelyn Latrice, she didn't have me in the chokehold, friend. I don't know what. I'm about to read. I'm actually finishing up one of her series, and the series is called what's the name? Well, the third book of this series is called From the Depth of My Soul, and it was a very, very, very emotional read. And I want to talk about Soul. Soul is the third book. All of them was in all the books, but you can read the books as standalones. But I want to talk about Soul because from the first book to the beginning to the end of the book, Soul pissed me off. She pissed me off, and I was in agreement because she was a spoiled brat and she was a hypocrite. She was hypocritical because she was upset with Brittany because Brittany was messing around with her cousin, and her cousin was involved with somebody else. He was in a dead relationship, and Brittany formed a relationship with Soul's cousin. And Soul was in a situation where the guy that her first love I spoke about this in another review that I don't know if I posted that review. Your first love will always be tailored to you. Your first love is a soul tie, and they are going to traumatize you. Like, it's no way around it. Your first love is going to always put you in a position to be hurt because that's your first experience with love. And this is what Soul was going through. And Soul ended up with this soul tie-in. This guy was her first, Q, he was her first, and he loved her. But he continuously told her and said it was a lot of stuff about her that he did not like. And Soul was kind of lost, and she was the kind of person he would tell her, like he would say, oh, you don't have no ambition, or you don't want to do nothing. I cheated on you because he cheated on her with a girl named Tracy, and he had a baby on her. And when she found out about the baby was a year old. And he always would say, Tracy was a get up and go type chick. She wants something out of life. She had hustle. And he could not see, he pretty much always saw her that he couldn't see her potential. Like, she ain't have no kind of potential. And I'm saying all this to say he loved on her, he spoiled her, but he beat her down for it. You get what I'm saying? Like, no one has ever, not her sister spoiled her. Everybody spoiled her. Everybody turned her into what she was in, made her into what she was in, the position she was in, and they complain about it. When she showed them who she was, they complain about it. Also, my other camera went out. Oh, Soul she was very strong opinionated. And when her cousin was cheating with the best friend, she put herself in her cousin's girlfriend position, a place, because her boyfriend had been cheating on her. And she was like, she was telling her best friend, bitch, like, you the side piece. Like, you know, pretty much she was the side piece, and how you want to be somebody's side piece, you know, yoda. You know, and her and Brittany was kind of going back and forth because Soul didn't know the whole story. The relationship, because technically, honestly, the relationship her cousin was in, it was dead. And he put himself in the limelight with Brittany, and he fell in love with her. Brittany got on my nerves too. This book brought you 3 girls. All 3 of these girls was broken. But all of us can relate with all 3 girls, okay? Because the first girl, I can't even think her name right now, but she was dead inside. She was depressed. She was dead inside, and she was hurt as a child, and she was walking around with this childhood trauma where somebody had hurt her in a physical way. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And then the second girl was Brittany, and she had 2 toxic parents who made her so what's the word? Is this upside down? Yeah, it is. Made her so they abused her emotionally, and she was very afraid of commitment. She didn't want no boyfriend. She didn't tell it herself. She didn't even lose her virginity because of the simple fact she just didn't want to be tied to no one, because her mom and her dad relationship was so toxic. She was scared of marriage. She just didn't want. She wasn't even attracted to nobody. And the third girl was no one saw her. No one saw her. They saw her as a problem. And I think all of us can relate with the third one, because she graduated out of high school and that was just it. She ain't had nowhere to stay. She ain't bringing no income. Her boyfriend, she was living with her best friend. Her boyfriend was taking care of her. Her sister was taking care of her. And she ended up one night, just like having a moment in her feelings, because once again, Q cheating on her. And Q and once again, she know her time is coming to an end, but she trying to prolong it. Because she loved him. You know, he her first love, she loved him. And long story short, she ends up having a one-night stand with a guy who's about 6 or 7 years older than her. Because Soul just turned 20. So she's still immature. And she had been around people so much who enable her and then complain about it to where she didn't know her worth. And she actually thought she thought she had no purpose. And she ended up getting pregnant by this guy that she had a one-night stand with. And he's a widow, and he's interested in her, but she's childish. So she pretty much keeps telling her, oh, this ain't your baby, this ain't your baby. And she let Q believe is his baby. The day that she goes into labor is the day that she had just had her baby. The side piece come in and let her know that, hey, I'm here. Come to her and woman to woman while she didn't have her baby and say, I'm coming to you woman to woman to let you know I want him to take care of our baby. He been hiding my daughter for a year. So she breaks up with him. Q can't take it. He pissed off because she a hoe and she let him. Now she was wrong for leading him to believe that that baby was his, because once that baby came out, we all knew that baby was his. Everybody knew it. Ain't nobody addressed the elephant in the room. Even Q knew it. But Q played on it. When Q had a feeling, when he saw the real dad, he knew it. So she ended up getting with him. And when she became a mom, baby, and she loved it. That's all. And she found her purpose. I'm saying all this to say her purpose was she was a nurturer. She was a mom. She was a fucking phenomenal mom. And the older gentleman saw that in her. Q didn't see that in her. All he saw, she had no get up and go. All everybody saw that she had no get up and go. She wanted to. Her goal in life was to be a mom, and she didn't realize it. She didn't want to be with the older guy. She wanted him, but she didn't feel like she was worthy because she kept saying she didn't bring nothing to the table. He was a widow. He had 2 kids. Them kids, like, they came in, and she came in, and they wanted her to be their mama, and she wanted to be their mama. It's like instantly, she just wanted to take care of them, and that was her purpose. She kept saying she didn't bring nothing to the table. No, her purpose was being a mom, and that book, this resonated with me so much because it's so many people out here talking about, oh, girl, she ain't no but a housewife. She just, I've been all 3. I've been a working mother. I've been an at-home, stay-at-home mom and wife. And I done did both. I done been a mom and a mom who did everything because my husband is in the military. He was deployed a lot. And I've been at home and I've been at work. Okay, so I done did both. I have done both. And I would say, did nothing give me joy like being a mom to my kids. Like being in a space to where all I got to do is be a mom and love on my kids and take my kids to soccer practice and cook for my kids and cook for my husband. It's not okay for someone to say, oh, she don't bring nothing to the table. No, her loving the fuck out of her kids and giving her kids a healthy environment is bringing more to the table than any check would bring. Bringing more to the table than any career would bring. Because she is shaping and loving on minds who will one day run the world. People that say, oh, she don't do, like, they shitted on her. And the guy, the provider, because he was an alpha, but he saw it and he wanted it. He wanted her to sit at home and take care of the kids. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's fucked up for a man to get a wife, put a baby in her, and then tell her, oh, you don't bring nothing to the table. Nigga, I gave life. I gave you a legacy. And I'm nurturing that legacy. Your legacy is feeding from me. I am raising it when you go to work. I am teaching it right from wrong. But you telling her that she don't bring nothing to the table? But you put a baby in me and you put a ring on my finger. Now you telling me you want me to give you a baby. You want me to get up with that baby, do this with that baby, teach that baby. When you get off work, you go sit down. When I get off work, I go take care of this baby. I get the kids ready for school. I cook your dinner. I cook these kids dinner. Now, you want me to go to work and bring you half? No, I'm giving you half. You got me. I'm not giving you half. I'm giving you all of me.